Before we start with case studies, you need to understand one thing in case studies. You remember when you were in college, you used to have theory subjects, Eco, OC, SP, maybe FC in BCom. You remember these subjects? You all used to have these subjects. Remember?
Yes, sir.
In these subjects, what you used to do? You used to write a lot. Sometimes you used to just fill up the paper and come. Do you remember that? One point you
Yes,
used to
sir.
reproduce, active, passive, you used to do all that. Remember? Essay questions have a similar essence, if not the same essence. I want you to remember this. Are you understanding what I'm trying to say? If you see an essay question and you write only one line, it is not good for you. You have to write 4-5 lines over there. You have to write something. But the difference is, in your theory papers earlier, you used to write a lot of rubbish. Please accept this statement. Active, passive, you used to write like this. Hasif Dalwai is a boy. The boy is Hasif Dalwai. There is a boy called Hasif Dalwai. The boy is called Hasif Dalwai. There is a boy called as Dalwai Hasif. You used to write like that. But like that, you are not supposed to do. You are supposed to fill it up with as many logical statements as is possible. Are you understanding what I'm trying to say? Yes or no? Are you with me, ladies and gentlemen?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
So it is bare essential that you are filling it up with the right kind of logical statements. If you are writing only one statement and they have got a weight with respect to how many marks are going to be given with respect to each and every one of your what is that called, case study questions, only one sentence is not going to help your cause. Am I clear about this? Yes or no? Please tell me that. Am I clear about this? Yes or no? Please
Yes,
tell me
sir.
that. So here you have to display your conceptual clarity with respect to the various concepts that are there in your essay questions. Am I clear about this, ladies and gentlemen? Yes or no? Please tell me. Yes or no? Please tell me. Are you understanding what I'm saying? It is about sharing your conceptual clarity. Are you with me on that?
Yes, sir.
Now, there are various concepts that have to be discussed. There are various concepts that have to be discussed. The first concept that I'm discussing with you for understanding the question properly is how to calculate under application and over application. How to calculate under application and over application. Now, please understand. What comes first always? A static budget comes first. Agreed or disagreed? What comes first always? A static budget comes. What do you have in the static budget with respect to the overheads? You will have an amount of overheads. This amount is budgeted. Agreed or disagreed? Please tell me that. Agreed or disagreed? Please tell me that. This, for example, let us take this to be 1,20,000 rupees. Let us say that overheads are recovered on the basis of direct labor hours. On the basis of what? Direct labor hours. Let us say that direct labor hours are, say, 10,000. How much? 10,000. So what is your rate per hour? Your rate per hour is rupees 12 per hour. Does everybody understand this concept? Give me a thumbs up if you have understood this. Give me a thumbs up if you have understood this. Yes or no, please tell me that. Yes or no, please tell me that. Understood, everybody? Now see what happens. Now see what happens. Now I am saying that actually incurred overheads are 1,44,000. How much? 1,44,000. But my dear students, the actual volume may not be equal to the budgeted volume. Agreed or disagreed? It may not be equal to the budgeted volume. Agreed or disagreed? You tell me that. Yes or no, please tell me.
Yes, sir.
Now, if I am saying that actually, just a second. If I am saying that actual hours worked is equal to how much? Is equal to 12,000 hours. What is it equal to? It is equal to 12,000 hours. You know what mistake every student will make here? Every student will say that actual rate is also rupees 12 per hour. Why? They will divide innocently 144 by 12,000 and say that it is rupees 12 per hour. But there is a grave mistake that they are making over here. What is that grave mistake? Application of overheads is equal to standard rate multiplied by actual hours. What is my standard rate? My standard rate is 12 per hour. What are my actual hours worked? 12,000. So what are my applied overheads? 1,44,000. Budgeted overheads and applied overheads are compared by using what? By using the application of overheads. By using what? By using the application of overheads. So as per the standard rates, how much you are able to apply over here? 1,44,000. Are you understanding what I'm trying to say? Now this applied, I will compare with actually incurred. What is it that I have actually incurred? 1,44,000. And what is it that I have applied? Also 1,44,000. So there is no under or over application. There is no under or over application. Are you understanding this? Yes or no? Please tell me that. Are you understanding this? Yes or no? Please tell me that.
Yes, sir.
Understanding? Now you will say, sir, what is new in this? It is simple. I understand this. Now let's play with your numbers. Let's play with your numbers. Suppose instead of 12,000 hours, you have worked only for 8,000 hours. Now in this case, what will your application be? It will be 12 per hour multiplied by 8,000 hours. It will be 96,000. Agreed or disagreed? Agreed or disagreed? Agreed or disagreed,
Agreed.
everybody?
Sir,
Agreed? Agreed? Agreed, guys?
Yes, sir.
Give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up if you're understanding. Give me a thumbs up if you're understanding. Thumbs up, please, if you're understanding. Okay, I've got thumbs ups from Lenovo and Redmi. Okay, yeah, I've got it from most people. 1 second. Now, this 96,000, I will compare with what? Actually incurred. How much is that? 1,44,000. This is what I apply. This is what I incur. What is the difference between these two numbers? Would I be right and say that the difference is 144 minus 96? The answer is 48. This difference is under applied. What is this difference? This difference is under applied. Are we understanding this concept thoroughly? Yes or no? Give me a thumbs up. Yes or no? Give me a thumbs up. Do you want me to repeat this? Do you want me to repeat this? Do you want me to
Sir,
repeat this?
over absorbed is equal to under applied.
No. No, it's actually ulta. It's actually ulta.
So this incurred is basically your budgeted one, right? The
No,
static.
actually incurred is the reality. Actually incurred is the reality.
And
Can I
applied
redo
is?
this? Can we rediscuss this?
Yes. Yes, sir, please.
Okay, chalo. Let us re talk about this. You tell me, okay, what was your budgeted uh overhead? 1
10.
lakh and $20,000. What were your budgeted hours? 10,000 hours. So what is your rate per hour? Tell me, budgeted $12 per
12, 12.
hour.
Correct.
Everybody agrees to this statement? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Now, this is what you budgeted. My dear friends, this is budgeted. What is budget? It is nothing but an estimate. It is nothing but a guess. It is nothing but a tukka. It is nothing but a tukka. Are you understanding that? Yes or no? Please tell me.
Yes, sir.
Now, actually, what happens is the reality. Actual performance is the reality. Agreed or disagreed? Actual performance is the reality. Agreed or disagreed? Now, I am saying that actually I had to go out there and spend $1,44,000. I am saying that actually I had to go out there and spend how much? $1,44,000. My dear friends, my first question will be, how many actual hours did you work? In case number A, the management tells me we worked for 8,000 hours. What are the overheads applied by you? Overhead applied will be actual hours multiplied by standard rate, which is how much? Which is 8,000 multiplied by 12 per hour, which is $96,000. Agreed or disagreed? Agreed or disagreed? Let's take case B. Case B says, sir, we have worked for 20,000 hours. So what is the overhead applied? It will be actual hours multiplied by standard rate, which is how much? 20,000 multiplied by what? 12 per hour, which is how much? 2,40,000. Do you understand this? Yes or no? Please tell me that. Do you understand this? Yes or no? Please tell me that. Is this clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Now see what I'm comparing. I am in case A. Okay. I am in case A. Actual. How much? 144. Applied. How much? 96. Is this under applied? Yes or no? Please tell me. By 48,000. Agreed or disagreed? Agreed or disagreed? Students, agreed or disagreed?
Agree, sir.
सर अप्लाइड और एब्जॉर्ब नहीं समझ रहे
I am not using the word absorbed. I am using the word applied. Have I used the word absorbed anywhere over here?
नो सर
I am using the word applied. Is this under applied? You tell me that first. I will come to your doubt when the time is
Yes,
right.
sir.
Right now,
Yes,
you tell
sir.
me this much. Is this clear?
यस सर
100%.
यस सर
Under application is a loss. This is an additional cost that is added to what? Your work in progress, your finished goods, your cost of goods sold. It is basically an additional cost of what? Of production. Why? Because overheads are incurred for what purpose? For the purpose of production. Are you understanding this? Yes or no? Please tell me that. Did you understand this much? Yes or no? Please tell me that.
Yes, sir.
Yes? 25? Understood?
यस सर
Pakka?
हाँ सर
So 25, you only talk to me right now. Be on unmute. Talk about B. What is actual?
144
144. What is applied? What is
240
applied?
240
What is the difference? 96. What is this?
Over applied.
Over absorbed. Sir, you are using
Over
the word over
applied.
absorbed. Applied and absorbed are the same thing.
Okay, sir.
You are using this word. You just told me not to use. I'm using it now. But you are my rules. My laugh, my rules.
Thank you, sir.
Got it?
Yes, sir.
What is it? Over absorbed. If this is a cost or a loss, this is a gain. What will happen because of this? Cost per unit will increase. What will happen because of this? Cost per unit will decrease. This is efficiency. What is this? Inefficiency. Understanding? Yes or no?
Yes,
Please
sir.
tell me. Understanding? Yes or no?
Yes,
Please
sir.
tell me. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Sure? Does everybody understand this concept?
No, sir.
किसको नहीं समझा? I'll explain it.
मुझे
हाँ, please pay attention. From the start, from here, from here. Are you with me? From
Yes,
here.
sir.
Be on unmute, be on unmute, be on unmute. What is your budgeted overheads? 120. What are the budgeted hours? 10,000. What is the rate per hour? 12 per hour. This is clear? This is
Yes,
clear?
sir.
Okay. Next. अब मैं बोल रहा हूँ केस, अभी मैं बोल रहा हूँ एक्चुअल परफॉर्मेंस. हाउ मच इट इज? 1,44,000 एक्चुअली इनकर्ड हुआ है. हाउ मच इज एक्चुअली इनकर्ड? 1,44,000. ओके. नाउ यू आर इन्वेस्टिगेटिंग दिस. नाउ अंडरस्टैंड वन थिंग. ये क्या है? ये तुम्हारे लिए एस्टिमेट है. What is this for you? It is an estimate. Agreed or disagreed? Agreed or
Agreed.
disagreed?
Agreed, sir.
Agreed. Now, 144. I am asking you how many actual hours did you work for? You tell me 8,000. Now, actual and estimate may not be the same. So, what do I have to do to estimate? I have to revise it. What do I have to do to it? I have to revise it. Clear? Now, how do I
Yes, sir.
revise it? Actual hours multiplied by standard rate. रिवीजन होएगा स्टैंडर्ड पे ही, लेकिन आवर्स होंगे एक्चुअल. यस और नो? प्लीज टेल मी दैट. रिवीजन
Yes, sir.
होगा एक्चुअल आवर्स पे, लेकिन रेट लगेगा स्टैंडर्ड. आर यू विथ मी ऑन दैट? आर यू विथ मी ऑन दैट?
Yes, sir.
8,000 घंटे काम किए हो भैया, क्या रेट लगेगा? 12,000 का. क्यों? ये 12,000 क्या है आपके लिए?
Standard
स्टैंडर्ड.
rate.
How much have you applied? What is the ability for you to absorb the cost in your entire manufacturing process? 96,000. But how much you are incurring? 144. Are you with me? What is the difference? 48,000. It is, you are recovering your overheads less. It is a loss. This loss will be added to your cost of goods sold, your cost of production, and your cost per unit will increase. Did you understand this?
Yes,
Over and
sir.
above what is your direct material, direct labor, overheads, etc., you will have to add this also in that cost. Have you understood this?
Yes, sir.
Now I will talk about case B. In case B, what is happening? You are coming to me and saying, "Arey, we work for 20,000 hours, boss." I said, super. So what is the application of overheads? 20,000 hours at the rate of how much? 12 per hour.
12.
How much I am absorbing? I have the ability to absorb how much cost? 240 as per my standard rate. What is the actual cost I am incurring? 144. What is the difference,
144.
boss? 96.
96.
It is a gain.
Over absorb.
It is a gain. It is a gain.
Loss.
It is a gain. It is a gain. तुमने कितना एक्चुअली इनकर किया? 144. तुम्हारी कैपेसिटी कितनी है? 240. इट इज अ गेन. तुमने कितना एक्चुअल इनकर किया? 144. तुम्हारी कैपेसिटी कितनी है? 96. इट इज अ लॉस. अंडरस्टूड? Yes or no?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Does everybody understand? There was one message I got from this one. Divya. Divya, did you understand now? Divya, you understand now? Divya, are you able to understand? Yes, sir. Good. So everybody has understood this much concept? Everybody has understood this much concept? Shall I go ahead? Shall I go ahead?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'll go ahead. Huh? I'll go ahead. Now, I will talk to you about a friend of mine. His name is Prashant Bhai. What is his name? I'll talk to you about a friend of mine. What is his name? Prashant Bhai. What is the business of Prashant Bhai? Coaching classes. Please understand. What is his business? Coaching classes. Prashant Bhai himself is an engineer and he used to teach mathematics. Now he doesn't teach anymore. Now he's become aged. But what Prashant Bhai has now, he has got a lease to somewhere about 10 classrooms. Are you understanding what I'm trying to say? He has a lease to do what? How many classrooms? 10 classrooms. Are you understanding? Yes or no? Do you understand the situation? Give me a thumbs up. How many classrooms does Prashant Bhai have? 10 classrooms. What does Prashant Bhai do with these 10 classrooms? He gives them out to people like me. Like me. So there is one person. His name is Raghavendra. Raghavendra is actually a doctor, a medical doctor by profession. Raghavendra takes classes for NEET, which is medical entrance. What is this? Medical entrance. Similarly, there is a person called Abhishek. Abhishek is a what is that called? Engineer. I don't know what is that called. M.Tech or ME or something like that. He takes classes for joint entrance exam of IIT. Then there is Apex Academics. Apex takes classes for FYJC, CA Inter, CA Foundation, where in these 10 classrooms we adjust the timing. Then there is another person, Amit. He's a lawyer. He takes classes for CS. He takes classes for CS. All law subjects he takes over here. What does Prashant Bhai do? He sits in the office and he takes inquiries for all these admissions. Mostly he takes inquiries only for NEET and JEE because of his engineering background. And he gives it to these people and he takes a commission from them. And these people pay to him a rent every month. Apex pays, Abhishek Bhai pays, Raghavendra pays, Amit Bhai pays, everybody pays. Are you understanding what I'm trying to say? Are you understanding what I'm trying to say? Now Prashant Bhai is thinking, what is the best way for me to do costing? Should I do job costing or should I do process costing over here? What will you recommend to Prashant Bhai? What will you recommend to Prashant Bhai? So Prashant Bhai asked me. Prashant Bhai said, Mr. Apex, you are a chartered accountant. I need your advice. What should I do? I said, Prashant Bhai, I બધા jobs independent છે કે નથી? He said, independent છે, Pushkar said. They are independent, meaning Raghavendra's services are not impacting Abhishek's services, are not impacting Apex's services, are not impacting Amit's services. They are all individual products. Yes or no? Please tell me that. What are they? They are individual products. Yes or no? They have their own individual market. Yes or no? So it's
Yes,
a common
sir.
sense that the person doing NEET will not go for JEE. The person doing NEET will not go for chartered accountancy. The person doing chartered accountancy will not go to JEE. And the person specializing in law over here under CS will be an LLB student doing LLB and CS at the side. He does not want to do CS, so he is doing CS. He or she. Duffers, not doing CA. That's what I say to them when I see them in my mind. I don't say it loudly. So what do I say? They're all independent jobs. What are they? They're independent jobs. Are you with me? Process costing will be what? Process costing will be if in FYJC, that is 11th standard, they are learning, then they are going to 12th standard. Then from there, they are going either to do doctor or engineer. This will be process costing. Is this like that? You tell me, is this like that? Is this like that?
No.
Is it like that? No. Are they a process? They are not at all a process. They are individual jobs. So what should Prashant Bhai do? What should Prashant Bhai do? He should do job costing. Are you with me? Yes or no? Are you with me? Yes or no? Does everybody understand this? Give me a thumbs up for everybody who understands. Give me a thumbs up for everybody who understands. Thumbs ups. 007, James Bond, you did not understand. Understood? 1+10 Pro. Dandinur. Dandinur.
Yes, sir.
Understood or no?
Yes, sir. Understood.
Understood. Now, let's talk about वो क्या रहता है? Boutique. How to spell? Boutique. Boutique hospitals. Have you ever heard of boutique hospitals? Have you ever heard of boutique hospital? You know what is a boutique hospital? A boutique hospital is a hospital. Suppose this is operated by Tanna. Suppose this is the hospital, is operated by Tanna. There is a doctor LD, there is a doctor Lenovo, there is a doctor Rising Star, there is a doctor US CMA 24. Doctor LD is a dentist. Doctor Lenovo is a pediatric surgeon. Doctor Rising Star is a cardiac surgeon. And US CMA 24 is a general practitioner MBBS doctor. They all use the hospital facilities of Tanna Hospital. If they require to do surgery, she allows. If they require to use the X-ray, she allows everything. None of them are connected to each other. None of them are connected to each other. They meet sometimes in the cafeteria over a cup of tea or coffee and they discuss the cases. Dandinur says, what a tooth I removed today. The pediatric says, Arey, what a child I cured today. The cardiac says, what a heart I saved today. The general practitioner says, what a flu I cured today. So everybody shares their experiences, but are they connected to each other? They are not connected to each other. What are they? They are individual jobs for Tanna. Yes or no, you tell me that. Agreed or disagreed? Agreed or disagreed? Agreed or disagreed? Agreed or disagreed? So Tanna goes to her chartered accountant, Mr. Apex, and she asks him, Mr. Apex, how should I do the costing? I don't understand who's profitable, who's not profitable, who to charge how much money. So Mr. Apex tells her, do it on a job basis because they are not connected to each other. Dr. LD will be raising a bill in your system. He will raise a bill in your system. How much? 10,000 rupees for a dental extraction. See what all Dr. LD has used. You will say Dr. LD used X-ray. Dr. LD used my anesthesia, everything. The cost that I incurred for Dr. LD was 4,000. I said, what about the other 6,000? She said, that is Dr. LD's profit. I said, okay. Does Dr. LD pay you the rent? She said, no. And she asked me, I want to take a rent from him. I said, okay, charge him a rent. Charge him a rent. Charge him a rent. So, out of his profit, you charge him 20%. She said, okay. So, she's charging him 1,200. So, Dr. LD, when he goes home after the surgery, he takes away 4,800 rupees for that one surgery. In one day, he's doing 10 surgeries like that. So, what is the earning of Dr. LD for the day? 48,000 rupees. Are you understanding the concept? Yes or no, please tell me. Yes or no, please tell me. And for every
Yes, sir.
of these surgeries that he is doing, Tanna is taking 1,200 from him. So you can say 10 multiplied by 1,200. For one day, Tanna charged him 12,000 rupees. Are you understanding? Yes or no? Are you understanding this concept? Everybody? Yes, this property is owned by Tanna. This property is owned by Tanna. She is the hospital owner. She's a retired doctor. She's running this hospital. It's a boutique hospital. Everybody come practice your specialization. And this is her doctoral team. This is her doctoral team. Are you understanding what I'm trying to say? It is like Prashant Bhai only. So today Prashant Bhai can say, I teach NEET, I teach JEE, I teach CA, I teach CS. Inherently himself, what is Prashant Bhai teaching? Nothing. He sits on a chair and talks on the phone. What does Tanna do as treatment? Nothing. She sits on a chair and talks on the phone. Who is doing the treatment? Dr. LT, Dr. Lenovo, Dr. Rising Star, Dr. US CMA 24. They are the people doing the medical treatment. What is Tanna doing? Ah, hello, 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 hello. That is what Tanna does. Are you understanding? Yes or no? Please tell me. Everyone, are you with me on that? Are you with me on that? Correct? So what should Tanna do? She should do job costing. What should Tanna do? She should do what? Job costing. Is this concept clear? Yes or no? Please tell me that. Is this concept clear? Yes or no? Please tell me that. Clear, guys? Clear, guys?
Yes,
Yes?
sir.
Yes? Everybody? Rising Star? Clear? OnePlus 10 Pro, Samsung, Apex 3, Apex 7A. 7 है और 7A भी है. Very good. तुम लोग relatives हो गया. Elder brother, younger brother. Understood? Understood? Everyone, Hitman? Yeah, Hitman.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You're a Rohit Sharma fan or what?
Yes.
Me too. मैं तो क्रिकेट देखना ही छोड़ दिया after what we do in World Cups. Okay? चलो. Now, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. Are we understanding this much concept? Are we sure about this? Are we sure about this? Now, my total overheads are 5,50,000. I have two products, A and B, and my direct labor hours are 55,000. So what is my rate per hour? What is my rate per hour? Rupees 10 per hour. This fellow is working for 27,000 hours and this fellow is working for 28,000 hours. So multiplied by 10 per hour, multiplied by 10 per hour. 2,70,000, 2,80,000. What is this? This is overheads allocated on the basis of direct labor hours. On the basis of what? Direct labor hours. Agreed or disagreed? Agreed or disagreed? Agreed or disagreed? Come on, guys, give me responses by your thumbs ups.
Agreed, sir. Agreed.
Agreed? Now, one fine day, this rising star fellow comes. Now, he's a rising star, so he has suggestions. He speaks to the owner of the company. He says, Mr. Owner, what is this you are doing? This your A process is purely machine oriented. And here you are allocating on the basis of direct labor hours. What is this? This is inaccurate. So Mr. Owner says, yes, I was also thinking for a few days what to do. I'm not understanding. So Rising Star says, do one thing. Give me a disaggregation of this. Sir, this word we are using for the first time. Disaggregation. This word is not used even in Sargent, in Becker, in Gleim, in Hawk, anywhere. Why? Because I don't know. But disaggregation is the right word. What is the meaning of disaggregation? This is a fist. Can you see this? This is my fist. This is a disaggregated fist. Thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, little finger. Are you understanding what I'm trying to say? Are you understanding what I'm trying to say? This is a fist. This is your 550. This is your disaggregated 550. So what happens in the disaggregation? 5 costs come out. Now for the sake of clarity and simplicity, I'm taking them all 1,10,000. Each of these costs are distinct in nature. What are they? They are distinct in nature. They are based on something. This based on something is called as a cost driver. What is this called as? A cost driver. So Rising Star goes to owner and says, identify the individual cost drivers of each of the disaggregated costs out of the 550,000. Owner says, okay, this is delivery. This is number of delivery. This is machine setup. This is number of setups. This is engineering. This is number of hours. This is packaging. This is number of packets sent. This is depreciation. This is number of hours of machine usage. I said they are so distinct from each other. Then why are you all taking them under a plain vanilla singular rate of direct labor hours? बहुत नाइंसाफी. Take them as per their individual rates and feed them into the department based on their consumption. Based on what? Based on their consumption. Are you with me on that? Yes or no? Are you with me on that? Owner says yes, I will do it. So what does Rising Star say? You have successfully applied activity-based costing. What have you done? You have successfully applied what costing? Activity-based costing. Do we understand the concept of activity-based costing? Yes or no? Please tell me that. Yes or no? Please tell me that. All of you. Rising Star, 555, Cristiano Ronaldo, OnePlus 10 Pro, LD. You all understand it? Understanding it. 25. समझा क्या बाबा तेरे को?
Yes, sir.
समझा सबको? Sir, you clarified some concepts. Sir, you clarified some concepts. Why? Why? Because these concepts are being questioned over here. Shall we begin? Shall we begin? Shall we begin your case study? My dear friends, cost management essay question. What is this? What is this? This is your cost management essay question. Are you with me on that? This is taken from exam support package. This is taken from exam support package, of course. But the solutions that are given are from Apex. The solutions are not from the package. The question is from the package. We will write our solutions as per our expertise and get full marks. Are you with me? Are you with me? Can we begin? Can we begin? We are starting essay cases discussion with this batch. Something that is never done in any classes. Let us start. Ready, everyone? Give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up. Everybody, ready? Chalo, let's get it on. Great Heart Clinic is a medical service institute that provides various services for its patients. First important word is it provides various services. It is not singular. The doctors working for the institute are required to fill out a note in the medical system for each patient treated. I am treating a particular patient. I have to write a note for that patient. For example, I treated Mr. A. What was the problem Mr. A had? Mr. A has got viral fever. So I have given him antibiotics for viral fever. I treated Mr. B. What is the problem with Mr. B? Mr. B is having stomach upset. I gave him antibiotics for stomach upset and dietary change. Mr. C came. What is the problem with Mr. C? Mr. C has got high blood pressure. So I changed his diet and I gave him blood pressure medicines. So on and so forth. Many patients keep coming to me. But I fill out a note in the medical system. That note gets uploaded over there with the advice that I give to them, with the prescriptions that I give to them, and with the follow-up and the fees that I give to them. Is this clear to you? Is this clear to you? Give me a thumbs up, yes or no. You have to understand the business model. This is called पर्चा system. I call this पर्चा system. अपना अपना धंधा चलाओ, अपना अपना पर्चा बनाओ, उधर सबमिट कर दो. Are you understanding what I'm trying to say? The system then, after this note is filled out, after that the system generates a unique bill for each patient according to the pricing of the specific services or the treatment received. A unique bill. So Mr. A, who had a viral fever, has a bill of 500 rupees. Mr. B, who had a stomach infection, has a bill of 750 rupees. Mr. C, who has got a blood pressure problem, has a bill of 1500 rupees. Why? Because the analysis is more that is required for a blood pressure patient. Included in each bill is the applied overhead cost based on direct labor hours. Now the hospital is saying that Mr. A you treated for so and so time, Mr. B you treated for so and so time, Mr. C you treated for so and so time, so on and so forth. You put the hours, based on that we will do the billing. You put the hours, based on that we will do the billing. The clinic has created the following overhead budget for this particular year, but the actual overheads was 2,96,047. Now, there are various heads of overheads. What is the total of overheads? The total of overheads is $1,62,500. What is the direct labor total budgeted? 10,000. Here I would like to draw your attention. Here I would like to draw your attention to an important aspect that has to be pointed out. What is the important aspect that has to be pointed out? This is budgeted amount of overheads. Of course, it is an estimate. Of course, it is done before the period. This also is a budgeted quantity of hours. Of course, this is an estimate. Of course, this is before the period. On the basis of this, can I arrive upon a budgeted rate? Can I arrive upon a budgeted rate? Yes, I can. What is it? Budgeted overheads divided by budgeted hours. So this will be 16.25. This will be how much? What is this? This is your, what is this? This is your budgeted rate. Agreed or disagreed? Agreed or disagreed? Yes or no, please tell me. Guys, come on, we just did this 5 minutes ago. You should be able to know this much now. I expect that much from you. Correct? Correct? Hitman, Samsung 22, Cristiano Ronaldo, OnePlus 10 Pro, Dandinur, 555, XYD. बरोबर है? बरोबर है? Okay, guys, इतना अभी आपको आना चाहिए. You should be able to understand this. Now, what is the actual hours? During there actually charged a total of 12,190. What is this? This is your actual hours. What is this? This is your actual hours. Yes or no? So, my dear friends, what are the applied overheads? Actual hours multiplied by standard rate. What is your answer? One lakh 98,087.5. 1,98,087.5. Yes or no? Everybody, are you understanding? Thumbs ups, please. Thumbs ups, please. I am expecting response from you. Yes or no? Rising star? Tanna? Divya? Hitman? Are you understanding this? Understanding? Okay. Now you tell me whether the overheads are under applied or over applied. They're under applied. Why? Actually, how much? You have the potential to absorb how much? This much. You are incurring how much? This much. Are you with me on that? Yes or no? Are you with me on that? Yes or no? Please tell me that much. Please tell me that much.
Yes, sir.
Yes? Hubli?
Yes, sir.
Yo, Hubli?
Yes, sir.
Understood, Hubli?
Yes, sir. Understood.
You know Hubli is a place?
Yes, sir. I do know it.
Are you from Hubli?
No, sir. No, sir. I'm from Belgaum.
You're from Belgaum?
Yes, sir.
You must understand Marathi then.
I'm not fluent in it, but I can understand it.
Very good, very good, very good. Understood this, Mr. Hubli?
Yes, sir. Understood.
Very good, very good, very good. Ronaldo? Ronaldo कहाँ गया? Ronaldo उड़ गया. Tanna, understood?
Yes, sir.
This is an under application, so pure under application. I want somebody to take a screenshot of this. Take a screenshot, post it on your group. Take a screenshot, post it on your group. Take a screenshot and post it on your group. Taken? Let's go ahead. Now there's further data. During the year, the doctors have all worked for these many hours. Okay, fair enough. The overhead variance is deemed material by the CEO. He's saying there is a variance. Of course, there is a variance, boss. You are able to absorb 1,98,087 and you are incurring 2,96,000. There is not a variance. There is a chasm of a variance. There is a huge valley. It's not a small little gap. It's a valley basically. The overhead variance is deemed material. Of course, it has to be deemed material by any logical CEO. And he wonders why this happened. And how to address this. CEO is considering implementing activity-based costing. Now, he is asking you a question. Explain whether the clinic should use a job costing or a process costing. Now, you tell me. Should it use job costing or process costing? You tell me. Guys, individual doctors, individual bills. Hospital is used like Dr. Tanna's hospital was used. Like Prashant Bhai's classrooms are used. Job costing or process costing? I want responses in the chat box right now. Come on.
Job costing, sir.
Job costing. Come on. 2 people in favor of job costing. Who else? Job, XYD, Samsung, job. Anybody else? Lenovo, job. Hitman, job. 555, job. करेक्ट CMA जॉब. वेरी गुड. मतलब सबको ये समझा है कि जॉब कब लेना है और प्रोसेस कब लेना है. आई बात समझ में? फिक्स बैठा है दिमाग में सबके. वेरी गुड. अब आगे चलेंगे. नेक्स्ट, अभी इसका आंसर पढ़ लेते. रिक्वायर्ड 1, अभी आंसर नंबर 1. आंसर नंबर 1 is drafted by Apex. I want you to follow the same language. Now look at the way the drafting is being done. Sir, why are you specifying so much? I want you to pass with a global rank. For that, your essays have to be full marks. Please pay attention. In the first statement itself, I've given the answer. The clinic should use job costing. Here, the examiner comes to know that the student is aware of what he or she is talking about. Each medical consultancy is an individual job order that is processed separately in the billing system. You are a professional, all of you. You all are all professionals. And you all have exhibited your understanding of this company's business by saying that each medical consultancy is an individual job order that is processed separately in the billing system. Next, the consulting is not interconnected or mutually dependent. Look at this word, very important. It is not interconnected or mutually dependent. Why? Different patients. Like Raghavendra is teaching for NEET, like Abhishek Bhai is teaching for JEE, he tortures those children with physics. I am teaching for CA, Amit is teaching for law. These are not dependent on each other. We barely even talk to each other. If we see each other in the corridor, we just do like this. Okay. Apart from that, nothing. We don't even interfere or even look at each other's faces. We are busy in our own business here. We don't have time to look at other people. Similarly, Dr. A does not have time to see Dr. B. Abhi Dr. B is treating for dengue. Dr. A is a diabetologist. अरे छोड़ना यार, अपने को क्या करने का है. Each consulting is not interconnected or mutually dependent. Also, the service providers for each medical services are different doctors who raise their individual invoices in the system. Each doctor has his individual bill. Are you with me? Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
How are
Yes,
they
sir.
connected? They are not connected. By the use of job costing, the individual invoices of each doctor can be accumulated and matched against the cost incurred for each patient, thereby ensuring the profit and loss from each consulting is arrived upon actually. So Dr. A, how much bill you did? 100 rupees. What is your cost? 40 rupees. What is your profit? 60 rupees. Chalo. I am able to understand like this for Dr. A, Dr. B, Dr. C, Dr. D, Dr. E, Dr. F. And this is precisely the latest model that is used in medical consultancy, educational industry, professional services. When you will become a CMA, you will be working with various diverse professionals. You will work with a CA, you will work with a CS, you will be a CMA, you will do budgeting, CS will do legal compliance, CA will do tax. He will raise his bill, you will raise your bill. CS will raise CS bill. Are you understanding what I'm trying to say? Yes or no? This is called multi-speciality consulting, which is a trend nowadays online also. There are at least 10,000 startups like this within Mumbai who are working in this particular area of activity. Are you with me? Yes or no? Does everybody allow me to say that question number 1 is successfully completed?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Have you understood how to write the answer? This PDF has been circulated to the batch today. This PDF has been circulated to the batch today. Right? I want you to go through this. If you want, you can compare the model solution with that of the IMA and say that mine is better. I know you will say that at the end of the day, but I'm just saying it just for my satisfaction. Next, calculate the applied overhead and identify it is over applied or under applied. Sure, calculation. What is there in this? What is there in this? You are experts. You can do this. You just did it. Chalo. Calculation is done. Budgeted overhead divided by direct labor hour. What is this? 16.25. Tutorial note. Budgeted rate multiplied by actual hours is equal to overhead applied. These are actual hours. These are actual hours. This is your standard rate. This is overhead applied. Overhead applied, overhead incur. Under recovery of overheads. What is this? Under recovery of overheads. This is what? So loss. So loss. What will happen to this? COP means cost of production. Are you with me on that? Yes or no? Are you with me on that? Yes or no? Does everybody say that question number 2, boss, is over? Does everybody agree that question number 2 is over? Yes or no? Please tell me that. Yes or no? Please tell me that. Everybody
Yes.
agrees?
Yes, sir.
Agreed?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Identify 2 shortcomings of using a predetermined overhead rate to apply the overhead. Outright theory question. Outright theory question. Yesterday, somebody asked me a question. Boss, will we have more theory or more practical? You will have more theory. 60% will be theory. And see how it is. Now, what are they asking you? Identify and explain 2 shortcomings of using a predetermined overhead rate. Now, first of all, predetermined rate is made when? Before the starting of the period. Agreed or disagreed? Please tell me that. Agreed or disagreed? Please tell me that. It is made before the starting of the rate. Agreed or disagreed?
Agreed, sir.
Agreed by everybody? Chalo. The predetermined rate is estimated by the management based on past trends, and it is arrived upon before the activity for the said period begins. These are very important words that are not used anywhere properly in any model solution. They are based on what? Past trends. Specifically, they are based on past trends. And they are arrived upon before the activity for the said period begins. Sir, why are you putting stars like that? These are keywords. What are they? They are keywords. Sir, why do you need keywords? Are we kids? No. Use the keywords in the exam. Essays you will get good marks. Are you understanding? Are you with me? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Keywords. Keywords. 2 shortcomings. They are asking you 2 shortcomings. Have been highlighted as under. First shortcoming. This does not take into consideration the cost driver of the overheads while setting the rate, and hence it lacks accuracy. I just proved to you by using that example of 5,50,000 some time ago that you will be more accurate if you are using cost drivers. Agreed or disagreed? I want you to tell me yes or no. Yes or no, please tell me that. Yes or no, I want you to tell me. Yes or no. Yes or no? बरोबर है? Next. It must be appreciated that a predetermined rate is budgeted estimate which will undergo changes depending upon the actual level of activity. Sir, how it will undergo changes? अरे obviously ना तुम इसको flexible बनाएगा कि नहीं बनाएगा? You'll revise it, na? You'll make it flexible. Yes or no, you tell me that. You'll make it flexible. Yes or no, you tell me that.
Yes, sir.
Are you with me on that? So it is going to undergo the changes. It is going to undergo the changes. Are you with me? Yes or no? The conditions in which a business operates in the actual or the real-time scenario can be far different from the ones in which the budget was estimated. My dear friends, if I'm not mistaken, I read today's Economic Times, and today's Economic Times has said one thing. You know what they are saying in today's Economic Times? In today's Economic Times, they are saying that the order book of major automobile companies in India is overbooked. Mahindra, Maruti, Hyundai, Tata. What is the meaning of this? The Indian middle class customer today is purchasing cars, is placing order for cars. But just 3 quarters ago, 2 quarters ago, this same automobile sector was saying there is a lull, there is a gloominess. We are worried about how to make the units move. We are unable to sell those many units of cars. So at that time, when there was a slow movement in the industry, you make your budget, and suddenly now dene wala jab bhi deta deta chappar faad ke has happened, and suddenly the sales are booming, 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 booming. What will you do? You are clearly in two different scenarios. The conditions in which the business operates in the real time is far different from the one in which the budget is estimated. Do you understand that this is a very real time dialogue that I'm using? Yes or no? Please tell me. Yes or no? Please tell me. Are you with me on that? Are you with me on that? Are you with me? Yes or no? Please tell me. I'm not getting responses.
Agreed, sir.
Agreed?
Yes, sir.
Agreed? Dandinur, 555, 1+10, Rising Star, Lenovo. Lenovo, come on. I expect answers from you, Lenovo. Hitman,
Agreed, sir.
understanding or no? This statement. Lenovo?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Okay. She's saying yes. The management cannot bring about any effectiveness or efficiency in the operation by considering this rate, which is an estimate that is disjoint from actual performance. My dear friends, this word, disjoint from actual performance, is a keyword. You use such language, they'll know that boss, they're dealing with a professional. They're not dealing with who is TDH? Who is TDH? Tom, Dick, and Harry. They're not dealing with Tom, Dick, and Harry.
Dick and Harry.
They're dealing with a professional. It is disjoint from actual performance. Why it is disjoint from actual performance? See, in certain communities, they match a horoscope before you get married. They match a horoscope and they make a future prediction. They make a future prediction. This couple will be very happy together. This couple will be very happy together. Are you with me? Pandit ji makes a prediction. That is a budget. What is the reality? Reality is, अरे तू चंद्रमुखी मैं सूर्यमुखी, मुझसे दूर रहे तू भी सुखी मैं भी सुखी. That's a fact. Why? Because what is the real actual performance? How you can say based on some drawing, some chart? Many places it can be true. I am not saying no. I don't disregard astrology. I am not saying it's bad. But it cannot be exact, no, like that only. There will be certain differences. There have to be certain differences because actual and budget can never be the same. Actual and budget can never be the same. Also, when you look at astrology, the astrologer will say, depending on the chart movement on that day, I made my analysis. Today, the chart movement, the sun, the moon, the stars are on a different place. So my movement is changing. Same thing is about budgets and actual performances. Your estimate is like a future prediction, but your actual is based on actual performance. Are you understanding this concept? I hope you are understanding. I am not going to go deeper into this explanation any further. I believe I have done justice to question number 3. I believe I have done justice to question number 3. Are you with me on that? Give me a thumbs up for all those of you who have understood. All those of you who have understood, give me a thumbs up. And no offense meant. Somebody might believe in these astrological, astronomical sciences. I am not taking it away from you, but I am just telling you one way of looking at it. Number 4, identify and explain why there is usually a difference between applied overhead and actual overhead. क्या सोचा था और क्या हुआ, इसमें फर्क क्यों है, ये बताइए. Are you with me? क्या सोचा क्या था और क्या से क्या हुआ? Why is there a difference between that? Okay, let us see. Question number 4. Applied overhead are based on a predetermined overhead rate. It is a budgeted rate based on budgeted level of activity. This is very, very important statement. Actual overheads, on the other hand, are the rates based on the actual real-time activity of a company's operation. The applied overheads can differ from the actual overheads owing to real-time challenges and operational nuances. ये operation हुआ है, sorry, I have not done a spell check before giving it to you. You have to forgive me. I am used to my article clerk doing a spell check, but now I have to accept that I am only everything. Now that Sahabzada feeling that I have, that I had from me, you know, which I had with my previous organization, which we will talk less about, and the previous one before that, which we will talk a lot about. You know, I used to have article clerks. They used to do all this spell check and everything. I don't have that. So now I miss my articles. I used to travel them a lot. You know, I used to give them a lot of work. So now this is operational nuances, challenges and operational nuances. What are nuances? Specifications and specifics. So applied overheads can differ from actual overheads owing to real-time challenges and operational nuances. Again, this answer is reflecting of a professional writing the answer. I want your answers to be like this. Actual overheads are based on proven cost riders. I am not using the word cost riders. I am using the word proven cost riders. That will help to allocate the overheads in an accurate manner. Whenever you are using the word cost driver, उसके बाजू में you will use the word accurate all the bloody times. Overheads are divided by the estimated level of the cost driver activity. Sir, what you are saying, all this is Greek and Latin. Array, we did this yesterday only. No, yesterday was Monday. No, was Sunday morning. I met you. I asked you, what is the activity? You gave me the activity. Then I asked you, what is the cost driver? Then I asked you, what is the ratio? Do you remember yesterday's lecture? There is a very low viewership of that lecture, which causes me a lot of frustration and pain, but well, can't help it. In that, you will see that we have done activity based costing thoroughly, and in that, we have taken a particular activity and divided it by a ratio, which is a cost driver based ratio. And then we have accurately arrived upon a rate, or you can say a ratio, and then we have apportioned it to the overheads. I would request you to take into consideration yesterday's lecture. All of you who have watched it, please check and understand that this is nothing but a theoretical description of how to do ABC costing. This reflects upon you a good understanding कि हमको ABC costing आती है. हमको ABC costing क्या होता है? आती है. Are you with me on that? Yes or no? Please tell me. Everybody give me thumbs up. Everybody give me thumbs up. Everybody give me a thumbs up. Next, number 5. I can assume that 1, 2, 3, 4 are holistically discussed. I'm going to number 5. Identify and explain the appropriate accounting treatment of over-applied and under-applied. Fantastic. Fantastic. We have already discussed this at the starting of the lecture. The under-applied overhead is charged to cost of production and is factored into the calculation of WIP and finished good. It forms part of COGS. That's all you need to write here. Beyond this, you can't write anything. Beyond this, you can't write anything, because although this is a theory question, it is a practical one in nature. What will you do with the amount of under-applied? That's all they are asking you. So that's about it. That is question number 5. Question number 6. Describe how ABC will assign overhead cost.
Sir, could you please explain in Hindi this fifth number?
What you would like me to explain? Tell me. Different
Fifth
language?
number answer. Fifth number answer in Hindi.
Of course. देखिए, ये क्या है? अंडर अप्लाइड है. आई बात समझ में? ये क्या है? अंडर अप्लाइड है. देखिए भाई, अंडर अप्लाइड कहाँ जाता है? अंडर अप्लाइड इज एडेड टू व्हाट? एडेड टू कॉस्ट ऑफ प्रोडक्शन. आप इस बात से सहमत हो? अभी हमने थोड़ी देर पहले ये डिस्कस किया था. शायद आपने स्क्रीनशॉट लिए हो. नहीं लिए होंगे तो आप वीडियो रिकॉर्डिंग में देख पाएंगे कि अंडर अप्लाइड कहाँ पे ऐड होता है. बताइए. कॉस्ट ऑफ प्रोडक्शन में ऐड होता है. आप इस बात से सहमत हो? यदि ये कॉस्ट ऑफ प्रोडक्शन में ऐड हुआ तो फिनिश गुड का खर्चा बढ़ा, WIP का खर्चा बढ़ा, इन ऑल समवेयर और दी अदर COGS तुम्हारे कहीं ना कहीं बढ़ गए. आई बात समझ में? तो यदि ये अंडर अप्लाइड है तो ये क्या हो जाएगा? ये खर्चे बढ़ जाएंगे. यदि ये ओवर अप्लाइड है तो ये खर्चे क्या हो जाएंगे? कम हो जाएंगे. यही हमने वहां पे लिखा था. याद है आपको? यस और नो? याद आया? याद आया? Describe an ABC system. Yesterday, whatever we did in ABC costing, all numerically. Now you have to write it down in theory. That's it. Describe the system. How to describe the system? Let's pay attention. Describe the system now they are saying. Let us describe it. Chalo. Activity-based costing disaggregates the entire overheads into the relevant activities. Total overhead is so and so, as I told you. This is the total overhead. This comprises of what? Delivery. This comprises of what? Machine setup. This comprises of what? Depreciation. This comprises of what? Packaging. It will disaggregate it into relevant activities. These are the relevant activities. These relevant activities are associated with or based on cost drivers. What is the cost driver of delivery? Number of delivery. What is the cost driver of machine setup cost? Number of setups. What is the cost driver of depreciation? Machine usage hour. What is the cost driver of packaging? Number of packets. Okay. These drivers are used as a basis of apportioning the cost either to the relevant product or the department. Yes, there are two products A and B, or there are two departments A and B. Depending on how many deliveries A is using, that much cost allocated. How many machine hours they are using, that much depreciation allocated. How many packets they are taking, packaging cost allocated. It is allocated to either the relevant product or the relevant department, as the case may be. Are you understanding this? This is an important point that shows your understanding of ABC costing. Are you with me on that, ladies and gentlemen? Yes or no? Please tell me that. Are you with me? Give me a thumbs up if you're with me. Give me a thumbs up if you're with me. What did I do? I, in a paragraph, wrote down about activity-based costing. Now what I'm doing? I'm writing the steps of how to do activity-based costing. I'm not doing any miracle. I am only reading out of the book. There's no book for this. I wrote out of my head. But generally, bolte na, prophets never did a miracle. They just read out of the book. That's what I'm doing. I'm reading out of the book. The relevant activity is identified. First, you identify what is the activity. The cost driver associated with that activity, you identify. The cost of the activity, you divide it by the cost driver and arrive upon the rate. The rate is used to apply the activity to the relevant department of the products on the basis of the consumption of the activity by that department or by that product. उतना ही बिल लगेगा जितना तुम खाना खाओगे. Are you with me? Yes or no? Are you with me? Are you with me? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
I remember. I'll give you an example. Suppose there are three people. Now please understand this concept. It will be very useful for you. There are three people, A, B, and C. They go out for dinner. A is a pure vegetarian, B is a non-vegetarian, but B is a non-drinker. C is a non-vegetarian and a drinker. Now please understand this. So obviously A will consume veg food, B will consume non-veg food, C will consume non-veg food and drinks. A should pay only for what? Veg food. B should pay only for what? Non-veg food. What should C pay for? C should pay for non-veg food as well as the drinks. But if I take the total bill and if I divide it for 3 by 3, then if the bill is suppose 1,500, that means A is paying for non-veg food and for drinks. He is not okay with that. He's a pure vegetarian. Suppose he is from a belief that you should only eat veg. Non-veg is a sin. So then he is poor fellow. He is encouraging that. B is a non-vegetarian like me. Does not encourage drinking like I do. I don't encourage it. I am not going to pay for somebody's drinks. Absolutely not. What about C? C is a happy-go-lucky guy. He enjoys his drinks. He enjoys his food. So I tell him, boss, you want to have your drinks? Have them. I'm not paying for them. He says, okay, done deal. What is this? This is nothing but activity-based costing. Agreed or disagreed? You tell me that. Agreed or disagreed? You tell me that. Yes or no, please. Yes or no, please. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Everybody, do you understand? बराबर है. This results in a more accurate apportionment of the overhead cost as opposed to using the traditional method. My dear friends, no examination package on the face of this earth is got this last point. Why? Boss, whenever you are talking about ABC, तारीफ करना जरूरी है. Are you with me? Yes or no? Please tell me that. Whenever you are talking about ABC, तारीफ करना जरूरी है. And the last point is उसकी तारीफ that it is more accurate because it is not based on these two items. Are you with me? Yes or no? My dear friends, if
Yes,
you are writing your essay question like this, I can place my hand on the holy book and say that you will pass in your exams. But it has to have this quality. Are you with me? This has been circulated in your group. Understanding, yes or no? Understanding, yes or no? Yes or no?
yes, sir.
Shall we go to the next set of essay questions? Shall we go to the next set of essay questions? Shall we go to the next set of essay questions?
Yes.
Apologies for that. Let us continue with our case study discussion. Now, these are these two distinct case studies that I'm bringing to you, which I believe are important in your understanding of certain concepts. Let us focus and try our best to understand these case studies. Let us focus and try our best to understand. Focus, everybody. XY Polymers is located in the Saibabad industrial area and it manufactures high quality industrial products. AT Industries has asked XY Polymers for a special job. My dear friends, it's a special job. It is not a regular item. Special jobs will be taken by XY Polymers only if it has spare capacity. Are you with me on that? Yes or no? Please tell me. How will I take a special job if I don't have any spare capacity? I will have to sacrifice my current production. Do you understand this concept? Yes or no? Please tell me. Yes or no? Thumbs ups for that. Your neighbor is telling you make 10 rotis for me. Arey, but you don't have that kind of material or that kind of time. How can you make them? Ha, chalo, you are free, you will make them. Now you can't make them, so you refuse the neighbor politely. Not possible. Raw material R1. It's a highly toxic material which will be needed to complete AT Industries special job. It will be needed to complete AT Industries special job. XY Polymers purchased R1 2 weeks ago for 7,500 for a job A that was recently completed. My dear friends, so can I say that this highly toxic material is left over from previous job and has no other application. Why? You got it for a job. You did not get it for your regular production. You got it for a specific job. Are you with me on that? You got it for a specific job. Are you with me on that? Yes or no? Please tell me that. Yes or no? Please tell me that.
Yes, sir.
7,500 for a specific job that was recently completed. R1 currently in stock is the excess from that job and XY Polymer planning to dispose it off. They are planning to dispose it off. What is the meaning of that? It has no application or utility to XY Polymers. Yes or no? Please agree with this statement. Yes or no? Please agree with this statement. XY Polymers estimates that it will cost them 12,250 to dispose R1. If you throw away R1, it will cost you 12,250. But if you purchase R1, you have to go and buy a new R1 for specifically for this job. It will cost you $6,000. Do you need to buy R1? You don't. You have R1 left over. Here you need to understand R1 need not be purchased. We already have it. We already have it. Therefore, this number is not relevant. Are you with me or not? Are you with me or not? Today, the cost of buying a calculator is 200 rupees. Is that relevant for me? No, because I already have a calculator with me. Are you understanding what I'm trying to say? Yes or no? Please tell me that. Please tell me, guys, are you understanding this? Whatever statements I made.
Yes, sir.
This replacement cost would be relevant if you have to buy that material. But this material is already there now with you. Is there or not there? Is there or not there? Is there? Will you buy something you already have? You will not. As a matter of fact, you are thinking about throwing it away. My dear friends, think like a businessman. If you have not received this order from 80 industries, if you have not received this order from 80 industries, what will you have done? If this order was not received, you would have spent $1250 on disposal. Yes or no? Please tell me that. You would have spent $1250 on disposal. Yes or no? Please tell me that. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Are you with me? Yes or no? Can I say that this order from 80 results in a saving of 1250 actually? Why? If you take this order, यदि आप ये ऑर्डर लेते हो तो ये जो 1250 का खर्चा आने वाला है, ये खर्चा तो तुम्हारा बच जाएगा ना? ये खर्चा बचेगा कि नहीं? Will you or will you not save this money? You tell me that. Agreed or disagreed? Agreed or disagreed? Everyone
Agreed, sir.
will be saved. The special job requires 250 hours of labor G1 and 100 hours of labor G2. XY polymers pay their G1 and G2 employees 630 and $336 respectively for a 42-hour work per week. So on the basis of this, 630 divided by 42 and 336 divided by 42, what will you arrive upon? You will arrive upon the wage rates. You will arrive on the wage rates. Agreed or disagreed? Please tell me that. You will arrive upon the wage rates. Agreed or disagreed?
Agreed.
Okay. Next statement. Polymers estimates, XY polymer estimates an excess capacity of 150 G1 hours and 200 G2 labor hours in the coming week. Excess capacity. My dear friends, what is the requirement? 250 of G1 and for G2 100. What is the excess capacity you are having? 150, and for this you are having 200. Is there a shortfall of G1? Yes, you need 100. There is no shortfall. आपको जरूरत 250 की थी, आपके पास अवेलेबिलिटी 150 की है, तो आपको 100 कम पड़े. आपको जरूरत 100 की थी, आपके पास अवेलेबिलिटी 200 की है, so there is no shortfall. Are you understanding what I'm trying to say? Yes or no? Please tell me that. Yes or no? Please tell me that.
Yes, sir.
Correct? Correct? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Dandinur? Dandinur?
Yes, sir.
Understood or no?
Yes, sir.
Tanna?
Yes, sir.
Su?
Yes, sir. समझाणो.
XY polymers can hire an additional G1 and G2 labor on an hourly basis These part-time employees are paid on an hourly wage rate based on the wage rate paid to the current employees. Means what you are paying to current, you will pay that to the outsiders also if you are hiring them, if you need them. I know I need them because I require 250 hours of G1 and I have only 150 hours. So for 100 hours, I have to get an outside laborer. For G1, my rate is 630 divided by 42, which is $15 per hour. Sir, please repeat. Why not? G1, G2, dollar. Please pay attention. What is the wages paid? 630 and 336. How many hours? 42. 42. What is the rate per hour? 630 divided by 42. What is the rate? 15 per hour. 336 divided by 42. What is the rate? 8 per hour. G1, G2. What is the excess? Excess in G1. Excess in G1 is 150. What is the requirement? 250. What is the shortfall? 100. I will have to take from outside. At what rate? At the rate of 15 per hour. How much? 1500 I have to spend. G2. What is the requirement? 100. I'm sorry. What is the requirement? 100. What is the excess capacity? 200. Do I need to take from outside? No. I can use existing labor for this. What is the meaning of I can use existing labor for this? My dear friends, we are already paying them a weekly wage. We are already paying them a weekly wage. Therefore, no need for additional payment. Are you with me or not? Therefore, there is no need for additional payment. Are you with me or not? Yes or no, please tell me that. Yes or no, please tell me that. My dear friends, I am working for you in your company on your salary. I am as it is available. So will you have to pay me extra salary? Come on,
No.
respond. Will you have to pay me extra salary?
No.
No. But you need Dandinur to work for you and Dandinur doesn't work for you. So Dandinur, you have to pay me extra salary. Yes or no? You tell me that.
Yes, sir. We have to pay.
That is the extra that we are talking about. So this 1500 is incremental. Incremental means what? Zyada ka kharcha. Extra cost. But what about this G2? There is no incremental. There is no incremental cost. Are you with me on that? There is no incremental cost. Is this concept clear? Is this concept clear? If yes or no, please tell me.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Suppose that material and labor comprise XY polymers only cost for completing the job. You are required to calculate the relevant cost of the material, relevant labor cost, calculate minimum price that you should bid on the job. Minimum price will always be the total cost. Minimum price means don't charge a profit. Whenever, now write down somewhere in your notebooks, whenever in CMA exams you hear the term minimum price, whenever in any kind of costing paper you hear the term minimum price, what is it that you have to take into consideration? You will not take into consideration any profit. You will not take into consideration any profit. You will only recover the cost. Minimum price is only cost recovery. Is only cost recovery. It is that price at which you don't make any losses. You don't make any losses. Are you with me? Yes or no? Please tell me
Yes,
that.
sir.
Understood? Understood? Okay. Shall we begin? Okay. Let us see. Handwritten solutions. I request you to be a little understanding. We are calculating the relevant cost of the material to be incurred. We are calculating the relevant cost of the material to be incurred. the toxic material R1 has already been purchased. Hence there is no need for further purchase as it is already available in excess. Can I put a tick mark? Has everybody understood this statement? Yes or no? Please tell me that.
Yes, sir.
If we do not use it for this new project, then we have to incur an additional cost, that is an incremental cost of disposing rupees 1250, which is now being saved. That means take the project and save disposal cost. Why? Because the material is being used. Take the project and save disposal cost as material is being used. Agreed or disagreed? Agreed or disagreed?
Agreed.
Everyone? Agreed or disagreed? Guys, there's no response. How will I understand? How will I teach? Come on, guys, respond.
Yes, sir. Agreed.
Agreed?
Yes,
Hitman, triple five, Redmi Pro, XYD. The replacement cost of 6,000 rupees is not relevant as this material does not seem to be used on a regular basis and is used only when job orders come in. Is used only when job orders come in. You understand the meaning of the word job now? Job matlab special assignment. See, today I can teach TYBMS financial management subject. Is that something I do? Is that something I do? Somebody request me, please teach this student. My brother, my sister. I say, okay, chalo, your brother, your sister, you are like my brother, my sister, I will teach your child, no problem. That's a job. But if somebody says CA foundation, that's a process. Somebody says CA inter, that's a process. Somebody says CMA, we are making that into a process. Somebody says CFA, we are making that into a process. But TYBMS, it's a job. It's somebody's friend, help. Okay. Understanding, yes or no? Understanding, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Hence, accepting the project will lead to a cost saving of 1250 with respect to materials and not any additional incremental costs. And not any additional incremental costs. Are you with me on that? Yes or no? Please tell me. Are you with me on that? Yes or no? Please tell me.
Yes,
Number
sir.
B. They asked you first question was what? They asked you first question. Calculate the relevant cost of material. Agreed, relevant cost of material is a cost saving of 1250. There is no cost, actually there is a saving. There is no cost, actually there is a saving. Yes or no? Please tell me that. Yes or no? Please tell me that.
Yes, sir.
Calculate the relevant labor cost to be incurred. Relevant labor cost. I think relevant labor cost will be those 100 hours at their 1500 should be your answer. Current excess capacity of G1 grade 150 hours. Requirement for special job 250 hours. Excess needed 100 hours. Rate per hour 630 divided by 42, 15 per hour. But here some students will say, sir, this note, no, give us additional note. I will happily give it to you. Because there will be at least one of you who will not be, who might have a confusion in your mind. So for that one person, this is being given. I want you to pay attention. G1, G2. Hours in a week. Oh, sorry. Wages per week. Wages per week is 630 and 336. Hours per week rate per hour 630 divided by 42.
सर इसमें हमने 42 आवर्स दोनों के लिए लिया है तो डिफरेंट भी हो सकता है ना?
नहीं, कैसे? They are both different grades, but they are working in the same factory for 42 hours a week.
ओके, अगर
मेरी
क्वेश्चन
क्लासेस
में
चलती
डिफरेंट
है
आवर्स
मेरी
हो
क्लासेस
सकता है।
चलती है 8 घंटे के लिए। 8 घंटे जेडब्ल्यू का लेक्चर होता है, 8 घंटे सीए फाउंडेशन सीए इंटर का लेक्चर होता है। They are different grade of student, but they are both sitting there for 8 hours, ना?
ओके सर।
Excuse
Rate
me,
per
sir.
hour.
But इसमें स्पेसिफिक ये भी तो हो सकता है ना कि फॉर सम काइंड ऑफ प्रोडक्शन आपका अभी वर्किंग आवर्स कम लग रहा हो।
Agreed. और वो मैं अभी एड्रेस कर रहा हूँ You have a good question. What I'm saying, polymers anticipates having an excess capacity of 150 G1 and 200 G2. आपके पास स्पेयर कैपेसिटी है, आपके पास यहाँ पे स्पेयर आवर्स है ना G1 और G2 में 150 है और 200 है, बट व्हाट इज द रिक्वायरमेंट? इसमें आपको चाहिए 250 और इसमें आपको चाहिए 100। इसमें आपको चाहिए 250, इसमें आपको चाहिए 100। शॉर्टफॉल है क्या? इसमें है ना 100 का शॉर्टफॉल और इसमें नील। तो ये शॉर्टफॉल क्या होगा? प्रोक्योर्ड फ्रॉम आउटसाइड at existing rates. What are existing rates? Rupees 15 per hour. How much? Rupees 15 per hour. 1500. इस पे कुछ आएगा? No. G2 is under my employment. I have to pay them as it is. They can either sit idle and I have to pay, or apply them and I have to pay. I want minimum price. Why will I charge for this? I don't have to incur any cost. So there is no question of cost being recovered. But here I have this shortfall. I have to bring in this laborer. If I don't recover this, I will lose 1500 because this shortfall is being met out of pocket, is being met out of pocket by the company. But what about this? There is no shortfall. It is just an existing overhead for the company. It is just an existing overhead for the company. Are you with me on that? Yes or no? Please tell me. Are you with me on that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Divya. Does it answer your query?
Yes, sir. But
But you
one more,
ask again, if you whatever
yeah,
doubt, ask.
one more query. Suppose in this we don't need any kind of specialized workforce, right? So the place हमारे पास जहाँ पे excess of 100 hours बचे हुए हैं, so can't we adjust it towards the shortfall and instead of paying 15 per hour,
यहाँ पे
can be done?
ये जो है ना दिव्या, ये G1 ग्रेड है। ये जो कर सकता है वो ये नहीं कर सकता, ये जो कर सकता है वो ये नहीं कर सकता। इंटरचेंजेबिलिटी नहीं है। यदि इंटरचेंजेबिलिटी होती तो दो अलग ग्रेड्स ही नहीं होते, एक ही ग्रेड ऑफ लेबर होता। पहली बात। दूसरी बात, आपके पास यहाँ पे एक्सेस है, यहाँ पे कमी है। ये कमी आप G2 से भर के नहीं निकाल सकते क्योंकि इंटरचेंजेबिलिटी नहीं है। ये कहाँ से आएगी? ये फ्रॉम आउटसाइड ही आपको स्पेशल लेबर लाना पड़ेगा। आप इसका 15 रुपया घंटा रेट देते हो, जो बाहर का आएगा वो भी 15 रुपया घंटा ही लेगा आपसे काम करने। Does it reasonably answer your question?
Yes, sir.
Any doubts persist?
No, sir.
The rest? Any doubts?
Understood, sir.
Understood? Take a screenshot of this. Take a screenshot of this. Taken?
So in case of this, since they have procured it from the outside at the rate existing of 15 per hour, अगर इनके पास ऑप्शन होता है कि ये लोग इनसाइट ही प्रोड्यूस कर सकते बट उसका कॉस्ट कुछ ज्यादा होता तो वैसा कुछ
अगर आपको बोलते हैं कि इंटरनल लेबर यूज करो उसका रेट 16 पर आवर और एक्सटर्नल लेबर यूज करो उसका रेट 15 पर आवर है, तो आप क्या करते? आप क्या करते?
15 sir, the lowest one.
ये आपका इंटरनल लेबर है, आपके पास ये अवेलेबल है शॉर्टफॉल के लिए, और ये एक्सटर्नल रेट है, तो आप कौन सा रेट लेती है, इंटरनल या एक्सटर्नल? ऑब्वियसली एक्सटर्नल, ये सस्ता पड़ रहा है ना 1 पर आवर।
हम्म,
अभी इमेजिन वर्किंग फॉर 1 लाख आवर्स, लाख रुपए बच गए ना,
हम्म,
है कि नहीं?
yes sir.
यहाँ पे खर्चा आएगा 16 लाख, यहाँ पे खर्चा आएगा 15 लाख, तो 1 लाख की सेविंग होगी ना ये दूसरा लेबर लेके, हुई कि नहीं? आर यू विथ मी ऑन दैट?
हम्म,
सर लेकिन जैसे भी ओके यहाँ पे हमारे पास G1 एंड G2 टू ग्रेड्स आते हैं, और हम लोग को जैसे भी इन्होंने बोला कि अगर इफ देयर इज अ चांस कि वेयर वी कैन यूज दैट एंड उसमें थोड़ा एक्स्ट्रा एफर्ट डाल के हम लोग का काम हो सकता है, राइट? सो और हम लोग G2 से लेते हैं, तो वहां पे मेरा 8 पर आवर यूनिट उसका वर्किंग आवर्स का बच भी तो रहा है उस केस
अगर
में।
ऐसा कहा होता, ऐसा कहा नहीं है।
हम्म
यदि ये कहते कि लेबर कैन बी इंटरचेंजेबली यूज्ड,
हम्म
तो आपकी बात में दम है, लेकिन यहाँ पे लेबर इंटरचेंजेबल हो ही नहीं सकता, दोनों लेबर के वेज रेट्स अलग है, तो दोनों लेबर की कैपेबिलिटीज अलग है। यदि वो इंटरचेंजेबल है तो कैपेबिलिटीज इक्वल होनी चाहिए, यहाँ पे कैपेबिलिटीज इक्वल नहीं है, वेज रेट इक्वल नहीं है। आई बात समझ में? आई बात समझ में? एक फ्रेश ग्रेजुएट टीवाई बीकॉम में पढ़ाएगा और एक क्वालिफाइड चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट अगर टीवाई बीकॉम में पढ़ाएगा, तो उसमें फर्क पड़ेगा कि नहीं पड़ेगा?
ये
पड़ेगा
ऑब्वियसली
कि नहीं
फर्क
पड़ेगा?
पड़ेगा। बिल्कुल।
बिल्कुल पड़ेगा। क्यों? क्योंकि इसकी कैपेबिलिटी ज्यादा है, ये तो अभी फ्रेशर है बेचारा, तो इसका रेट क्या होगा, इसका रेट कम होगा, और इसका रेट क्या होगा, इसका रेट ज्यादा होगा। अभी आपको जरूरत है कि चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट ही सिखाए, तो क्या आप फ्रेशर को यूज करेंगे? नहीं यूज कर सकती, आपको बाहर से दूसरा चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट हायर करना ही पड़ेगा। आ रही है बात समझ में? आपको बाहर से दूसरा सीए लाना ही पड़ेगा। आप समझ रहे हो कि नहीं समझ रहे हो? यस और नो? यस और नो?
But sir, maybe I'm shifting from the line. But in this case also, a fresh graduate, we can have like 3 or 4 fresh graduates with a lead, with a
थ्री और
तो वो
4 लोगों का वेजेस वर्सेस एक आदमी का वेजेस।
नहीं, तो 4 जने आपका 4 सीए का काम भी तो करके दे रहे हैं ना एक ही गाइडेंस में।
बट दैट इज नॉट गिवन इन द क्वेश्चन ना।
हाँ नहीं, अगर इन केस क्वेश्चन में ऐसा हो
अगर
then
बोला होता तो मैं वो एंटरटेन करता। अगर बोला होता कि लेबर इंटरचेंजेबल है तो मैं एंटरटेन करता है। लेबर इंटरचेंजेबल है क्या?
नहीं है।
अगर इंटरचेंजेबल है तो मैं करता। यहाँ पे मेरे पास 100 का एक्सेस है,
हम्म
लेकिन लेबर इंटरचेंजेबल नहीं है, क्योंकि लेबर की
राइट।
क्वालिटी सेम नहीं है।
हाँ जी,
मुझे जो काम जीवन करके देगा वो जी2 करके नहीं दे सकता, क्योंकि जीवन
करेक्ट है।
स्पेशलाइज्ड है, इसके लिए इसका रेट ऑलमोस्ट डबल है ना इसके।
राइट।
आई बात समझ में?
नहीं, दिस पार्ट इज क्लियर,
हाँ,
दैट पार्ट इज क्लियर।
ठीक है। आई होप अ स्क्रीनशॉट हैज बीन टेकन। चलो, आई एम अज्यूमिंग इट्स टेक। So current excess, ये what is the rate? 1500. Next, what is written? G2 grade. Now please see what is written over here. A note is written over here. G2 grade has an excess of 200 hours and it needs 100 hours for the new project. Hence, no additional wage to be paid for the new project. The wages of new project will be. क्या लिखा? Sorry. Will be included from the wages that we are paying from them. We are paying to them as it is. The wages of the new project will be included in the wages that we are paying as it is. See, there is a laborer, you are paying him a wage, you are paying him a wage. अभी ये अगर आइडल भी बैठे तो भी आप भर रहे हो, ये अगर वर्क करे तो भी आप भर रहे हो। आई बात समझ में? अभी ये आइडल बैठा है तो आप पैसा दे रहे हो, तो चलो ना उसी बहाने कुछ काम करवा लो, काम करवा लो, फिर भी उसको वेज मिल ही रहा है। एडिशनली कुछ पैसा देने की जरूरत है क्या? एडिशनली कुछ पैसा देने की जरूरत नहीं है। देयर इज नो एडिशनल कॉस्ट ओवर हियर। Are you with me? Yes or no? Now, for example, let's say I have a cook. Okay, what is her job? To cook the food. And let us say I have a caretaker for my mother. Let us say I have a caretaker for my mother. One day the caretaker doesn't come. I request the cook. Will you please for one day take care of my mother? Cook graciously agrees. She says, yes, don't worry, Baba, I will take care of it. Do I have to pay the cook extra money? Ideally, no. If I give her something out of the gratitude in my heart and respect out of her for her services, it's a different story. But can the cook always take care of my mom? No, I need a specialized caretaker for that. Are you with me? Yes or no? Please tell me that.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, just for one day, that cook is also sitting nicely. The cook is also watching TV. I'm like, "Arey Baba, jaake jara ek din dekh lena, Baba, please." Cook says, okay. As it is, I have to pay the cook for the wage for the one whole day. I'll get some other work also done na, from that cook. Are you getting me? Yes or no? Please tell me that.
Yes, sir.
Understood, everyone?
Yes, sir.
What are the relevant costs? What are the relevant costs? Number one, additional labor cost. And this is negative. That is why it is 250. So the minimum price to be charged is 250 rupees. Why? This is what you saved on non-disposal. And this is extra cost for G1 class of labor. This is extra cost for G1 class of labor. Are you with me on that? Yes or no? Please tell me. Are you with me on that? Yes or no? Please tell me.
Yes, sir.
Yes? Essay question is
Yes,
over.
sir.
Essay question number 1 is over. There is one more essay question, but we are at 1. People are leaving from the meeting slowly but steadily. Should I continue? So we are continuing. We are continuing. It's a pretty simple case study, the next one, and it will be faster. It will be faster. Now, let us take a look at it. A company has to decide whether to accept a special order. It's a special order or not for a certain product M in respect of which the following information has been given. Now to make this M, you need material A of 5000 kgs. It is available in stock. It was purchased 5 years ago at $35 per kg. If you don't use it, you will sell it at scrap at 15 per kg. So 5000 kg is available, but if you don't use it, you are going to earn 75,000. This is an income you could have earned that you have to sacrifice for taking this job. This is nothing but an opportunity foregone.
Opportunity cost.
The cost of an opportunity foregone is always referred to as an opportunity cost, which is relevant in decision making. Which is relevant in decision making. So with respect to A, you don't have to buy, but you are going to lose out 75,000. Material B is required 8,000 kg. You have to purchase this from the market. So outrightly 8,000 multiplied by 25. 25 8s are 200. So 2 lakh you are going to incur on cost. Other hardware item 10,000 you have to incur. It means 10,000 also cost you are going to incur. You don't have that hardware. You have to buy that hardware. Material B also you have to buy. Direct labor. Okay, department X is a labor oriented department. 5 men for 1 month at the rate of 7,000 per month per man. एक महीने से एक आदमी से काम कराने का 7,000, ऐसा 5 आदमी है तुम्हारे पास. $35,000 is the cost that you have to incur for department X labor. Labor is to be freshly hired, no spare capacity available. So you have no option but to do this.
Incur.
3,000 machine hours at the rate of 5 per machine hour. Existing capacity may be used. There is no additional cost. But sir, this is being used. My dear friends, this is a fixed cost. You use or you don't use, you have to bear. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
You use or you don't use, you have to bear. Yes or no? Yes or no? So how much
Yes,
you have
sir.
to bear? You have to bear 15,000, or you don't have to bear. You don't have to bear. Why? अरे यूज करो नहीं करो एक ही बात है. तो मैं यूज कर लेता हूं, वैसे भी खर्चा होने ही वाला है. If I did not use it, then also I have to pay it. So let me use it. Are you with me? Are you with me? It is not
Yes,
relevant.
sir.
Pattern specification. I have to make some pattern, some design I have to make, which is 15,000 is relevant. But after I use it, I can sell it for 2,000. So what is the net cost for me?
13,000.
13,000.
So what is the net spending as far as I am concerned? 75,000 plus 2 lakhs plus 10,000 plus ये 13,000. मार टोटल 2,75,000
35,000, sir.
23. How much? 298?
333.
35,000 to be included, sir.
No, sorry. Which one?
Sir, labor oriented
35,000.
department X 35,000.
Where it is?
So fourth.
Department
Oh, this I did not write this.
No.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
No.
Sorry, sir. So 298 plus 35,000. What is the answer? 3,33,000. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
What are they asking? Calculate the relevant cost with respect to each. Calculate the minimum price to be quoted for the special order. Please pay attention. Material A has been purchased 5 years ago and not applied, shows that it is not regularly used for production purposes. This is what a professional has to point out. You have got a material which is sitting with you for 5 years. What the hell are you doing with that material? We don't use it every day. अरे but in 5 years अरे रखा है. अभी बेचने वाले भंगार में. You are going to sell it now. Are we using it every day? No, we are not. Hence, the replacement cost is not relevant. Why? Because we are not going to use it again. If not used in any project, this material can be disposed of as a scrap and earn 75,000. This 75,000 will be an opportunity cost in case the project is accepted. Can I put a tick mark?
Yes.
Everybody agrees. Material B has to be purchased outrightly. It is not in stock. Incremental cost 2 lakhs. Can I put a tick mark?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Other hardware items, cost to be incurred, incremental in nature, relevant is 10,000. You have to incur it. Department X labor, no spare capacity and labor to be freshly hired. No spare capacity and labor is to be freshly hired. Therefore, the entire wage is to be paid are incremental cost. 5 men, 1 month, 7,000 per month per man, 35,000. Department Y machine oriented has a spare capacity. The spare capacity is going to be a cost incurred irrespective of whether we take the new job or not. It is a fixed cost and it is not incremental to or relevant to decision making. Amount incurred is nil because it is not specifically incurred for this. It is not specifically incurred for this. Are you with me on that?
Yes, sir.
Pattern and
Yes, sir.
specification. For the pattern and specification, the additional cost is 15,000. The sale, you will sell it for 2,000. What is the net cost? 13,000. What is the net cost? 13,000. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Calculation of minimum price to be charged. Material A 75. Material B incremental cost 2 lakh. Other hardware item 10,000. Labor 35,000. Department way not applicable. Why it is a fixed cost. Pattern net 13. 3,33,000 is the total cost. We have finished the discussion of the case study. Thank you so much for your time.